Hello, my name's Adrian Huston. I'm a former tax inspector and I'm now a tax consultant with my own tax practice in Belfast called Huston & Co. I operate that with my wife Felicity Huston, who was also a tax inspector. The reason I'm making this video today is because we are experts in all things to do with working overseas, and it's come to my attention that some people are working under old rules which could come back to bite them big time. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about people who work full-time overseas, and to achieve tax-free status, one of the tests is that they must keep to 90 UK days or fewer. So that's the current rule, but the problem I have identified is that some people are working under the old rules. And these rules were a bit more generous because they allowed an averaging over the past 4 years. So for example, if you had 100 UK days in one year, but you had 80 in the other, those totaled 180, and that meant your average was 90 and you were probably okay. Now, we never advised our clients to run by this averaging rule because it's a bit like an overdraft. It encouraged people to go over their UK days in 1 year and think, oh, it's okay, I'll claw it back next year by not spending as much time at home. So when did the rules change? Well, essentially the rules changed when the government introduced what's called the statutory residence test. And HMRC has been applying this since the 6th of April 2013. So the old rules with the averaging worked prior to that period, but since then it's all change. So the new rules mean that from the 6th of April 2013 you must stick to 90 days per tax year. There's no more averaging. That is the main point of this video. No more averaging. 90 days in the tax year, 90 days in the next tax year, 90 days in the next tax year. If it's the year that you went abroad, then you're entitled to a proportion of the 90 days for that part year. Now, what if you've been working on this averaging period and you have exceeded your 90 days per tax year in recent years? Well, I would have two pieces of advice for you. The first thing is, whatever you do, stop exceeding 90 days, because that is against the rules and the tax law will come back to bite you. Secondly, I would advise you to take advice from someone like myself. I have been doing this for a long time, 25 years since I was a tax inspector, and I've established that there are a lot of accountants out there who are not experts in matters to do with residency particularly. So let's now talk briefly about the rules for the guys that can stick to the rules. The rules these days are that if you go abroad to work full-time, you can keep to 90 UK days or fewer, and you're going to be away for a period that includes, I would think includes 2 6th of Aprils. So that could be a 5-year period, it could be a 12.5-month period, but it has to take in 2 6th of Aprils. So, for example, if you went away to work on the 1st of March 2016, then your first 6th of April is the 6th of April 2016, and your second is the 6th of April 2017. So if you've done that and you've worked within the 90 days for 16-17 tax year, the year to the 5th of April 2017, then you've actually met the test. You've been working full-time abroad. You don't have to be working every day that you're not in the UK, you just have to be out of the UK to keep your UK days within the 90. So that means you could be going on holiday. You could be spending time with your granny who lives in Spain. It doesn't matter. You could be in the south of Ireland, anywhere outside the UK. And think about it. If you can get tax-free status, that means that you have saved a fortune in tax. And that will pay for all those extra trips to take yourself away to wherever it is that you like to spend some time. It can be a very cheap place, it just has to be not the UK. So I hope that's got the message through about what you can do to get tax-free status, but particularly for the people who've been doing this for some years, or you're doing it under the misapprehension that you can average over a 4-year period. You can't. Every year now is taken in isolation. 90 days allowed. 90 days. 90 days. If you've exceeded this, you could have a massive tax bill because it could result in a break in your non-residency period, and then you could have UK liabilities for a number of years, and that could be pretty unpleasant. But that is also something we can help with if you need that mess sorted out. So if you have any questions, please give me a call on 028 90 80 60 80, or email me at the email address we use for overseas business, which is Iraq, spelt as the country, at Huston, HUSTON.co.uk, or check out my LinkedIn profile or our business website. Links at the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.